This is Jennifer. This is 4friends1602.com. This is 4Friend TV. I'm here with Kevin Leong. He is the creative director for Simmons Design Group and the founder of Origami Clothing. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. Maintaining. You have dipped your feet in everything from PlayStation to T-Mobile Sidekick, Farm, Baby Phat. You were acknowledged for your accomplishments on Complex Magazine and G-Shock.
I like to work in different mediums, so it's always good to to get notoriety in different categories because then it expands your reach creatively.
Absolutely, absolutely. Why did you decide to call your line Origami Clothing?
Well, I like what origami represents. It's about creating something from nothing, and I believe that's always the best recipe for creating something new. And I've always been fascinated with the art of paper folding since I was a kid. My grandfather taught me how to fold pinky rings out of dollars in the laundromat out in Brooklyn in Flatbush, like back in the day. So origami out of fold your paper, man. It's just something that I just like the way it sounded and like money.
Okay. You are also tapping into another artistry. You're doing graffiti.
Yes, I started with graffiti.
You started, and your tag name is SAER, which stands for
Slanty
Asian Eye.
That's right.
What inspired you to do graffiti?
What inspired me to graffiti? Actually, my cousin was into graffiti, and I've always been into art. Like my background as an artist has been in advertising, graphic design. I was always into typography, so I always liked fonts. I was always fascinated with doodling and scribbling. Whenever, kind of to help me focus on something, I would always write my name over and over again. So I guess when I ran out of paper, I started writing on walls, and so I got more paper. So
okay. And do you think your background? Because did you grow up in Brooklyn?
I was born in Brooklyn, but I grew up in Staten Island.
Okay.
A resident of Shaolin, and I live in Manhattan now. So
okay.
Tri-borough.
Okay. You went to Fashion Institute of Technology.
Yes.
And during the time that you were there, you had a radio show called Black Bean Sauce?
Yes, I did have a radio show.
Tell me a little bit more about that.
It's funny, like I said, I majored in advertising graphic design at FIT. I had a radio show. It was in the building called the Binsky's Basement. I don't know if you know what FIT is, but so the call letters were BBS. So I was like, Binsky's Basement, black bean sauce. It was like my favorite sauce.
Really?
Back then I was like, I put it on anything, I eat it. So I was like, you know what, that's the flavor.
That's the Asian sauce, right?
Yeah.
Nice, I want to taste that one day.
Yeah, lobster and black bean sauce.
Lobster and black bean sauce?
This is Szechuan style, keep it spicy.
Keep it spicy. I like that. What would you, I think you have a creative background, like from your, probably your parents or your grandparents. Who would you say mostly inspired your creative abilities right now?
I'd say it's probably my grandfather on my mother's side, and my mother as well. She actually graduated from FIT.
Nice.
And it's funny. It's a cliche. My grandparents they owned a laundromat on the corner of Flatbush and Avenue J. So I used to go there every Saturday from Staten Island, and I would see all the graffiti through the travels. And then I would get there, and my grandmother would be sewing, and my mom, and so I've just always been around clothing and fashion and art. So,
that's cool.
So definitely my mother's side is where I get the creativity from.
Nice. Can you tell me a little bit more about Origami Clothing and what it is that it's bringing to the forefront?
Sure,
that no
definitely.
other line is bringing?
Well, I work for Russell Simmons. I've been with him for over 10 years, so I've been to China back and forth over and over again. So it's over there it's about big quantities and working the cheapest you can to get the highest margin and this and that. So for my own personal line, I wanted to really be hands-on with it, and I'm a resident of New York now, born and raised. So I chose to get my line made out of New York.
Okay.
All my fabrics are from here as well, or Italy. And basically, origami is the art of paper folding. So my logo is a grasshopper, an origami grasshopper.
Okay.
It's kind of like from the disciplines of Kung Fu. It's like, the first shall be last, the student shall become the master,
okay,
type of thing. And just, keeping it humble. And also the construction of my garments, if you can see the folds here, I actually incorporate that into
origami.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
And I use a fabric called Tyvek, which is it's made by DuPont. It's actually coated polyethylene fibers, and I like it because of the consistency. It's like the texture of paper, but it also adds like a little tech functionality portion.
Okay, so you're definitely incorporating origami.
Yes.
Okay, that sounds great. I want to know some of your trials and tribulations in this business. What have you been through? What are some obstacles that you have overcome, and what did you do to overcome it? What did you feel that you had to possess?
I mean, I'm overcoming obstacles every day. I mean, there's always new challenges that the day brings, and I think without those challenges, you'll never really test yourself, and you won't be able to feel accomplishment or achievement unless you have those tribulations in your life. So I deal with that daily. Living life in this world is a trial in itself. So.
It is. You're right.
And staying fresh and fly.
Yeah.
You got to stay up on the forefront.
Got to stay up on the forefront. I like that.
Got to constantly give people what they want before they even know they want it.
I like that. Very true. I'm gonna play a game with you. Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna throw some words at you, and the words that I throw at you, I want you to tell me the first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
Okay. Hip hop.
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn was one of my words. Brooklyn.
Hip hop.
Asians.
Grasshopper.
Raymond.
Shaolin.
Graffiti. Well, here at Forefront, you are definitely considered a leader, and congratulations on all of your accomplishments. You are definitely considered a leader here at Forefront, and I want you to tell our viewers and our younger leaders, or leaders that are looking at you, what are the key tools a leader should possess? Sorry.
Okay, some key tools a leader should possess. He should definitely lead and not be led. And he should clarify and not be misread. I like that. You like that?
Yeah, I like that. Thank you so much. This is Jennifer at forefront1602.com. This is Forefront TV. Thanks for watching.